Leaf fans feel embarrassed. They do. And listen, I'm not talking to the people right now who, frankly, just don't really care, that like sports and have a good, healthy relationship with it. No shade. You know, if you are the type where you go, yeah, I turn a game on and then I turn it off and whatever, it doesn't really affect my mood. I'm bummed out that they lose. Like, yeah, for sure. That's fine. But I'm talking about the diehards. I'm talking about the people who really love this hockey team. They feel embarrassed. And they felt embarrassed by that game on Friday night. And they probably felt embarrassed, but I think more apathetic to the game on Sunday, where it was probably something similar to me. I had to watch that Colorado game, and an hour before I texted Sam and said, this is probably the least I've ever looked forward to watching a Leafs game against a high leverage opponent in a big spot in I don't even know how long. Maybe my lifetime. People are worn out by it. I'm worn out by it. This team just does not, they do not rise to occasions, but they also just, and I'll dig into this later with Myrtle, but I've alluded to this all year long. And I've talked about this beyond this last season, that this has been growing and it's now starting to really surface, is that there is just the disconnect between the organization and the fans, in my opinion, has never been greater. There seems to be no urgency from the Toronto Maple Leafs to connect with their fan base, to try to build a product for their fan base that is materially different than what we've seen the last 9 years. And you've got a player group that doesn't seem to understand it at all. And in fact, a lot of those guys look like they openly resent it. That's why some people got annoyed with William Nylander flipping the bird yesterday. It's not like, who cares? It's a guy in a media box in a moment. Like, is it immature? Sure. But it's just right now, that's kind of how you feel about those guys, is that if you ask them something or you want to see something, that's the response you're going to get. It's somebody flipping you the bird. And I just think that the disconnect that I'm talking about right now is so deep and it's so fractured that little winning streaks aren't going to cure this thing. And frankly, we're getting to the point where I don't know what will.